Warm welcome to the 2025 New Year's Karma Cleanse. I'm your host, Emily Aarons. And if you're brand new to me, thank you so much for being here and warm welcome. I am best known as an energy healer, a business coach, and a mentor. I love doing the Karma Cleanse, and this event has helped over 15,000 people or more over the years. And this year, we're doing things a little bit differently because there are some personal things that are shifting in my family dynamics. My grandfather, who is almost 101, is transitioning. So while we normally planned for this to be a live event, I've really tapped into the energy and asked what is in the highest and best interest for all that are involved, because there are thousands of people who will be receiving this energy healing from all over the world. And what I was called to do was pre-record it so that you can listen to this at your own time, at your own pace, and really get the most benefits from it. So as you know, this does come with a workbook. So we'll link it beneath this video. Make sure you download the workbook. It's going to really take you through this entire process beyond just writing in your journals. So first and foremost, do that. So I'm just going to go through this with you. So with this event, you're going to want to have a pen, a lighter. I like to use a metal bowl for burning, but as a precaution, I always like to remind you this is only to burn when it's safe to do so. Please do not burn in your house if you don't have a safe place to burn this or to get rid of these ashes, and be really responsible with this event, okay? The intention of this event is to help you to sort of reflect on what has transpired in your life, personally, professionally, and with your business, spiritually, and be able to release the things that no longer serve you. And then collectively, we open up to what we are wanting to manifest, whether it's 2025 or beyond. And the most wonderful, magical part about this event, that doesn't matter if I do this live or pre-recorded, is that the energy is already here. Whether I'm doing it live or recorded, I'm channeling source energy. So I might do or say things that I wasn't planning to because I'm open up to being guided by spirit, whatever's in your highest and best interest. So you're in the right place if you're open to receiving some energy healing, you're ready to let go of the past stuff, and you're ready to open up to whatever is possible for you that's coming up. So let's go ahead and follow this workbook. I'm going to go ahead and do this alongside you, but obviously you can pause this at any time if you need to just take some more time to sit with it, or if you'd like to meditate. I'm going to go through this process of reflecting. We're going to go through releasing, and then we're going to do an energy healing, and then we're going to open up to what you want to manifest in that order, so you kind of have an idea. I would give yourself about, since it's pre-recorded, I would give yourself at least 30 to 45 minutes for this entire process to really go in depth. No distractions, turn off all notifications. If you can do this on your own, or if you're with friends, great. Just hold the container as best as you can so that you can do it all in one sitting. Don't pause and come back. Like, really stay here and be here in present in the moment as best as you can. If you can't do that right now, just come back to this when you are ready. So let's get right into it. Okay. So we're going to go for step one, reflect. In a few words, how would you describe 2024? And just in a few words. This doesn't need to be a long sentence or a long paragraph, just if you could summarize it. Okay, so go ahead and make sure you've written it down. If you want to share anything that comes up for you below this in the comments, that would be great. If you feel called to share this video, I would so appreciate it. I'm sure there are people that you know and really care about that would greatly benefit from doing this kind of work together. And especially, you don't have to be really, spiritual to do this work. You don't have to have any experience. I'm going to be your guide. We'll walk through the whole thing together. Okay, the next question is, what took place in 2024? personally, professionally, and spiritually. So again, let's just kind of keep it brief. If you could do a couple of sentences here, that would be great. Let's go ahead and do that right now. So what changes took place in 2024? And sometimes I will close my eyes and kind of think back. The other option you can do is even look through your phone. Sometimes pictures or screenshots or videos can trigger memories. But again, I don't want you to take too much time here. Just like things that are top of mind, things that took place in 2024. And while I know this is not like a very engaging video, that's okay. Um, this is really a process for you. So I want to do it alongside you so that we can really go into the energy. And as I'm kind of writing, I'm already feeling tapped into your energy. So I'm going to see if there's anything that wants to come through that needs to be spoken to around what took place in 2024. So the words that are coming up for me to share with you are things like moves, changes, transitions, big upheaval. I'm seeing like stepping out of some situations that maybe weren't serving you, leaping into the unknown, trying to follow your heart. So these may take it or leave it. Maybe some of them really resonate, maybe some of them don't. Just things that to get your wheels turning a little bit. So maybe you need another minute or two. Feel free to pause this. I'm going to move on to the next part, which is still reflect. What are you most grateful for from 2024? So this could be friends, family, health, opportunities, ends of relationships or closings of different things, coming back to yourself, client work, travel, um, new jobs, new friendships, health routines, supplements, therapy. So just feel free to, share whatever is coming up for you. What are you most grateful for? Next is what would you say your biggest lesson was from 2024? So we all learn lessons. Sometimes they come easily, sometimes more of a challenge, typically. The things that really have challenged us or pushed us, broken us, things that caused us to break down or burn out can sometimes be the very thing that's helped us to break through. And I work with a lot of folks who are reaching that I'm really close to burnout place or who are burnt out. And sometimes those places are the sort of catalyst for some of the biggest growth. So, or biggest lessons. Like we had to learn the hard way. We had to go through that process. We had to go through that relationship. We had to go through that experience and lose everything or lose somebody or who knows? Sometimes the things that look tragic on the outset are actually deep, deep lessons that are part of our, part of our karma. So hopefully those cues got you thinking a little bit. So what was your biggest lesson in 2024? And this can be short and sweet, to the point. It doesn't have to be long and arduous. Then we're going to skip a page. This page is intentionally left blank just to give us a little bit of space for our release part. So this is where things start to get a little bit more fun, as we can maybe speak to. This is where it's like, what am I ready to let go of? What are you ready to let go of? It can be anything and everything. People, experiences, past feelings, your karma, physical, mental, emotional, any cords, blocks, any ties to people or things, jobs, clients, habits, identities. I mean, that's just a few. So this can be anything and everything. And it doesn't have to be from 2024. It could be from way before. It can be from childhood trauma. It can be from, past relationships. It can be from past jobs. It could be just anything that you feel like is lingering, or in this instance, like coming up to the surface to be released. Like you might not have even thought of it, but all of a sudden you're like, yeah, that thing too. It could even be like negative self-talk or fear. It could feel like fear of judgment or um, imposter syndrome. Like these are just a couple things that tend to come up a lot. So take this moment, fear of you just go. I'm not going to keep inserting things. You go ahead and write as much as you want here. So again, if I don't give you enough time, feel free to pause this and really unload. As you're doing this process, I'm going to then open up some more questions. So just allow things to kind of move organically and feel whatever you feel coming up for you as you're writing. Okay. Whew. Deep breath. And sometimes there's other, this is the other, Spirit wants me to say this other thing is that there could be ties with people, family, friends, whatever, that aren't necessarily like super negative, but maybe the relationship dynamic needs to shift. So it could just be like letting go of whatever is not serving you from those relationships as well. There could be family members that are like, they're well-meaning, but like there's stuff that kind of comes up around them. You can even just put their name, or just generally speaking, go as granular or as, general as you like here. This is yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Mhm. And again, I just have a little bit more continued. If you run out of space on this, you can always go into the next, a little bit more. What are you ready to let go of? If you need that time, take it. And then I want you to handwrite the following statement. I now release any and all contracts, karma, energy, and entities that do not serve my highest good. So let's just, wherever you ended, whether it was on the first page or you went over to the second page, wherever you finish writing, just write that statement. I now release any and all contracts, karma, energy, and entities that do not serve my highest good. Okay. So that paper that you've written all your what you want to release, I'm going to ask you just to pull it out. And if you want to keep it whole, you can. I kind of like to fold mine because I find that burns better. But that's just me. So I'm going to fold it up. What you want to release, just fold up and just put it aside for a moment. In this energy, when you're feeling all the stuff that you're ready to release, I want you to close your eyes and tap into your body. So this is reflection number 1. Tap in what comes up for you right now. How do you feel? Is there any tension? Is there any soreness, tightness, blocks, cords, unwanted energy? And tune in and see if you can write it down on this chart. Okay. So if you're not used to doing this and you're like, I don't know if I feel anything, you might just feel like energy kind of like bubbling up. You might also want to do a scan. So why don't we just take it step by step? Let's scan from the top of your head. Notice if there's any tension or tightness. For some people, you might feel something. For some people, you might not notice something. You might see colors. You might see objects. You might see chords. Whatever it is that comes up for you, there's no right or wrong. The way you imagine it, it is. Okay? That's how intuition works. Whatever is coming up for you, just trust it. It's coming up for a reason. So let's start with the top of the head, just scanning all the way down. Notice how the top of your head is. Going down through your forehead, down your face, your throat, your neck, tops of the shoulders. This is an area where a lot of tension and tightness does tend to hang out. It's also where we carry expectations. Down through the chest. I feel tightness here in the chest. I feel a little tightness in the throat, and it could be something that you're giving. You could be totally oblivious to it. It might not even be it might not be yours. Okay, going down through the arms, through the hands, down through the back, like the upper back, and then going down through the middle back, the belly. Feels like I can't really take a full breath here. Going down through the lower abdomen, low back, through the hips, the upper legs. There's a little bit of a release wanting to happen here. Ooh, excuse me. So if you hear me burp or even yawn as I'm doing this, it's my body's way of tuning into the energy that's coming in. Again, there's thousands of people who are going to be doing this. So I'm tapping into all of the collective energy. It might be yours, it might not be, but there's movement happening. So going all the way down to the lower legs and down through the ankles, the feet, bottoms of the feet. So in your mind, when you think about all the stuff you're ready to release, the thoughts, the emotions, spiritually, energetically, physically, emotionally, mentally, relationally, where on your body chart are you noticing tension, tightness? Maybe you could use color markers or pens. Mark the areas that you really notice it. So I'm going to mark a couple areas. Like I said, I felt like a real tightness in the throat, in the heart. There was definitely a release throughout the hips and through the legs. That solar plexus area was also another big spot. And I'm feeling all of a sudden drawn to the head a little. And so let's score how you're feeling from 0 to 10. Like now that I've sort of sorted out where things are, if I were to give this a number, this feeling, how do I feel right now with all the stuff coming up in my body where I noticed it? 0 being awful, I feel terrible, and 10 being I feel the best ever. Give yourself any number. This is just to start with. Write it down here. Okay, we're going to move on to the next page. So it says pause. Pause for reflection and safely burn the pages from step 2, release. You may take the ashes and scatter them in a safe place outside, into your garden, toilet, or into your trash after the event. Again, only do this if it is safe to do so. The other thing that I want to invite you to do is watch, observe. How does it burn? Does it burn evenly? Does it burn slowly? Do you have to keep lighting it? Are there words that like literally that one word is still left here? Make any observations and sort of just notice it. So I'm going to just start it here. And just, I'm going to allow it to burn. It's burning very quickly. And I'm going to let it go so I don't burn myself. And hopefully don't set off any fire alarms or smoke detectors here. It's burning incredibly fast. Woo. And notice how you feel, how if you have any kind of response as it's burning. Yeah, this went really, 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 really fast. Still kind of going. All right, it is now slowly kind of embers. I'm just going to put it aside and just kind of be with that for a moment. Notice how you feel as you burn it. Notice what's coming up for you, if anything. Doesn't have to have anything come up at all. Just bring your awareness into this experience. What I'm innately feeling is a little bit of sadness, a little bit of grief, a bit of relief, um, a little bit of opening. Yeah, there's a lot of different things that are kind of shifting. So I'm actually going to skip ahead. Let's see. I might skip ahead for this. Because the next page does say manifest. What do I want to manifest? What's my intention? Let me just tune in. Do we want to stay with this or do we want to skip ahead? I'm being guided to skip ahead. Okay. So, like I said, the workbook is one thing, but the way that energy is guiding me, the way spirit is guiding me is a whole different thing. So we're going to go to step 4, clear. I'm going to go ahead and do the energy clearing. I feel like you're going to have an easier time writing down what you would like to manifest once we actually clear your energy first. Is there anything else that they need to know? No. Okay. So what their guides are saying is just put this down, sit comfortably. I'm going to move my microphone a little closer to me. And just take a moment. If you're comfortable, feet flat on the floor, sit bones reaching down into your seat. See if you can reach up through the spinal column, rolling the shoulders up and down the back. Elongating through the top of the head. So really almost like a little string pulls you up from the crown. And just take a deep breath in and out. Good. I call in the highest, most crystalline, pure, white healing light, filled with the highest healing vibrations. I ask for this light to surround this space, sealing it as a sacred healing space, and allowing you to receive everything you require from this session. There's a lot of energy coming in. This is beautiful. We call on your highest self, your highest guidance, your highest angels and archangels, your highest spirit team, your highest ascended masters, your highest ancestors, all to be present, to guide you, to support you, and allow you to release anything that no longer serves you at your highest level through all lifetimes, past, present, and future. Open up to your highest self, your highest blueprint, your highest timeline. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We ask that this beautiful white healing light fill your space, sealing it as a sacred space, imagining like this bubble around your entire space. We ask this beautiful white light to fill your body, coming down through crown chakra, filling every cell, every molecule, releasing all tension, stress, and strain from your body and energetic systems through this light. Beginning with crown chakra, bringing all this beautiful, magnificent light and energy filled with the highest healing vibration right down and through crown chakra, clearing, repairing, aligning your crown chakra into its perfection now. Our crown chakra is where we connect right up to source, to spirit, to God, the universe, opening up this beautiful clear channel and creating this beautiful funnel energy that comes straight down through crown, bringing your crown chakra into its perfection now. Beautiful. There's even more colors and energies coming in to support your vibration and your frequency. So we're raising the energy in the room like a light bulb getting even brighter. So as we take a deep breath in, that light gets brighter, and exhale, it expands and fills the space. Crown chakra is even more illuminated than ever. Beautiful. Even bring that light and energy all the way down through crown and out and through third eye, front and back, the center of your forehead, and sort of just where the back of the occipital ridge behind the head and the neck meet. Front and back of your crown chakra, sorry, your third eye chakra. Opening up, clearing, repairing, and aligning third eye chakra. Bring it into its perfection. Our third eye is responsible for seeing, our intuition, our inner knowing, our inner wisdom. So we're opening up this new ability to really trust in ourselves. And this is also, they're saying, this is a lesson that you learned the hard way from 2024. Not trusting yourself, not believing those messages, sort of second guessing yourself. This is not the time nor the place right now and going forward. It's about really seeing, believing, and trusting in your instincts, clearing through that third eye. It's like being replaced. This whole new energy that's coming in for your third eye, which is beautiful. Nice, nice and aligned, bright, vibrant, really tuned in, tapped in, turned on. Yes. Bringing even more light energy right down from source through crown, third eye, now into throat. Opening up your throat chakra, clearing, repairing, aligning, and balancing your throat. This is speaking your truth. So there's this opening and this releasing. It's like this spiraling and letting go of the old you. Anytime that you were slowed down, anytime you had to bite your tongue, anytime you were told speak when spoken to, or children are supposed to be seen and not heard. There's this messaging that's coming through where for so many lifetimes, through generations, we have been slowed down or stifled from sharing our truth. And the throat chakra is all about sharing your truth out into the world, speaking what you are here to do. Also, it's about visibility. So for folks who are entrepreneurs, who are forward facing, who are a personal brand, this is this opening. And what they're showing me, it's like uncorking right here. So taking that cork out from throat chakra, opening up to this next level. And this is about not speaking out of turn, but speaking truth, sharing wisdom. And so there's a little bit of a clearing here that's tied into social media and disinformation. I've never seen this before. Okay, so we're clearing any disinformation that has been received or spoken by you. It feels like you didn't know. It was accidental. It was not intentional to spread misinformation, and it is not your fault. So you are not to take any of this on. There's no reason to take any responsibility. It is not yours, but it is clearing from your throat chakra, interestingly, because it's this opening of truth. And so there's this collective energy that's coming in right now for all of us who are here. As we receive it right now, we also are able to share it and give it, which is this collective energy of like, let's come together, let's sort it out, let's be here on the same even ground, neutrality, not he said, she said, you know, people against each other, but this like coming home, seeing, recognizing that we actually are one and the same. And there's this quote by Rumi that's coming up, and please correct me if I am wrong. I'm probably wrong because I'm just seeing it visually. My guides are dropping this in, and I don't know quotes by Rumi. So let me just try to get it clear. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the ocean in one drop. And again, please correct me if I'm incorrect. But this is that energy that's coming in for your throat chakra. It's about this connection, this oneness. And if you're wanting to connect with oneness and not to feel so separate, like you are this separate entity and different individuals, but we actually are part of this collective, you're ready for it. And this collective energy is coming in to support it. So calling that in, so open up through your throat chakra so that what you're sharing, your truth, your vision, what you are here to do, how you connect with others, and really open up to that. There's a bit of like your purpose being tied in, woven into this. For some of you who already feel know in like really embody your purpose, yes. And for folks who are not at all connected or who are looking, searching, what is my purpose? What am I here to do? That's coming in here too. It's like once we've cleared out like debris and misinformation, then you can and will connect to your truth, your purpose, your divinity. Whew. So that was also a layer that's wanting to be released here from chest, from shoulders, from upper back. It is the expectation of who you are, what others think you should be, what you think you should be, dismantling that, letting that go so that you're free to be whoever you are. This is part of some things that were coming up that want to be released from 2024. Your previous identity. So we're just breathing and releasing. There's more light energy coming in right now for you. Take a nice deep breath in. And allow that beautiful white healing light to come all the way down through throat and into heart, releasing any energies that do not serve you around your identity, around expectations, letting all those expectations go. And when we drop into heart, clearing, repairing, aligning throat and heart chakra simultaneously, it's like happening all at once to speak the truth and also to really be able to drop into who am I? What am I here to do? Our heart chakra is about giving and then receiving unconditional love. Our heart chakra has, in some cases, there's some people this is going to resonate with. You've given it all. You've poured out your heart. You've given your heart to others. You have trusted in others. You have experienced heartbreak. You've also experienced feeling like people have taken advantage of you, experienced having very loose or non-existent boundaries. And so spirit is like, listen, that was it. That was then. You don't have to repeat those cycles today or tomorrow or any day going forward. Those could be dismantled from your lineage. There's this sort of this ancestral line that's coming in from your heart, which is like maybe we have allowed people to take advantage of us. We've told generationally that this is what you should do. You should give until you're empty and there's nothing left more to give. That's just what makes you a good person. And being selfish and filling your cup is actually a negative. And so spirit is like, no, no, no. Those are outdated old models. We're releasing that from heart chakra. We're releasing that from your whole system. Whew. There's an immediate like sense of breath that wants to come in for our lungs. And so with lungs, obviously it's next to our lungs are next to our heart chakra. Our heart chakra is centered in the middle of the lungs. So this is where we're releasing any grief, processing those heavy, deep emotions. Resentment is coming up. Depression is coming up. There are some feelings of anxiety that are coming. So these are all coming up to be spoken about and then to be released. So allow this beautiful white healing light from source to come straight down through crown, down through the spinal column, and bursting out through heart chakra, clearing, releasing any that no longer serves you. And they don't even have to be named for it to be released. So anything that you have written down, whether you already burned it or you're going to burn it later, this is all like, it's like all coming up to be disintegrated, to be transmuted. Good. So we're going to bring in your heart chakra that is in your highest alignment. So we're replacing your heart chakra now, bring it into its perfection. With that, oh my gosh, there's this beautiful surge of like crystalline energy, sparkles of magic, of like real, true, unconditional love coming in for you first and foremost. And spirit is like, it's like showing me a bowl of soup and they're like, yeah, drink it up. That's all for you. All of this unconditional love is all for you. Doesn't matter how traumatic your past was or even your present. You deserve love. You are worthy of love. And for some folks, we have a hard time believing that because of past. That's not the truth. Those are old beliefs. And they're showing me like a cassette player, like a cassette tape. For some people, you might not know what a cassette tape is, but for a cassette tape, they're showing me putting in this old cassette tape and it's playing this song, but like the cassette tape is kind of getting all like wonky, like the ribbon on it is kind of out, it's like coming out. So it's like you're trying to play back these old stories, these repeating cycles, and it's like it's not even playing the right way anymore. There's parts of you that have already started to move forward to heal, but then there's parts of you that are really holding on to the identity of being so hurt from the past. And I'm not telling you what to do, but Spirit is basically saying you have a choice to make. And they're bringing up the Sedona method. And again, I'm not really familiar with the Sedona method. So what they're saying is like, would you prefer to hold on to that old broken identity cassette that's not really working so great, not making you feel your best, or would you prefer freedom? And how, like, when will you be ready to let that go? And like for me, I feel this like well of emotion coming up of like, oh, this, like, if I let that go, I didn't even consider letting that go. Now this is like a part of who I am. If I let that go, who will I be? And maybe this isn't the moment that you let it go. Maybe it's something that you sit with and allow spirit to kind of ease it out of your life when you're ready. But there is this opportunity that's like, I think I could let it go. I think I could let it go because I genuinely want to live a more abundant, robust, joyful existence. And these old stories and identities and these situations and these past traumas and these past events and these past people, God, who would I be without them? And maybe it's free. Maybe you could let yourself off the hook. And then they're kind of signaling of like, when we grieve, sometimes we are afraid to move forward. Like, well, I don't like maybe my grief is showing how much I loved that person. And if I stop grieving and moving forward, it's like I've moved on and like they don't matter. That's not true. The guides are saying that's not true. And our loved ones in spirit would not want that for you. Our loved ones in spirit are like, YOLO, you got to live your best life right now. So do this for me. Do this in my memory. Live your best life. Travel. I'm getting a full body chill as I'm saying this. Like there's a lot of folks who really needed to hear this. And my heart goes out to you. You've had a lot of tragic loss in this past year or so. There's this like, they're saying like bleeding heart. So we can't just like skip over this. We have to spend some time to just um, feel what you feel. And maybe right now there's more stuff coming up for you that you didn't anticipate. Feel free to write it down if you want to, but there's this opportunity. It's like you deserve to feel abundant and joyful and free. And it's okay even if it's just mentally and energetically, to free yourself from these shackles that have been holding you back in your life. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything right now. Just energetically release. Whew. And as I said that, my tummy grumbled. I don't know if you heard it. It was like blah, blah, blah. So there is a positive shift here. And I want to just remind you to be so, so, so gentle and delicate with yourself as this shift is happening. Okay, there's more coming in. All right, even more energy that's coming up, raising the vibration again, like a light bulb getting brighter. The room is getting brighter. It's cleaning and transmuting all the stuff that's been coming up and out of you. Good. So that sound that I made is called toning. It's the sound that's clearing and releasing the things that have come up. Good. So even more light and energy coming straight down from source, down through crown chakra, through the spinal column, past the heart, into the upper belly, solar plexus, opening up solar plexus. And it does feel like we're kind of opening up a can of worms in here. We're releasing. Our solar plexus is where we put our will into the world, what we want to manifest. It's also like kind of our identity. It's part of who we are. Whew. It's also in charge of trust. So we cleared a lot of that trust stuff from the heart chakra, but there's another layer that's ready to come up from your solar plexus as well. So we're just letting that open up, letting it be free, clearing, repairing, aligning solar plexus now, bringing your solar plexus into perfection. There's new possibilities coming in. This is like Spirit saying, this is why we had to do the clearing first, because you would not have clearly identified all these incredible opportunities that are actually ready to come in from now clearing through solar plexus and your other chakra systems. So imagine, what does happily ever after look like for you? Of course, yes, for this year, but beyond. 5 years, 10 years, 20, whatever it is. What do you want your life to look like? Not how will you make your life look like, but what does it look like? What does it feel like? If you could just wave your magic wand, any wish could come true. What does that look like? Release any limiting fears, beliefs, or stories. Sometimes we keep ourselves safe by not dreaming big, not setting goals, not imagining. But inside of all of us, there is that little child that loves to dream and loves to imagine. So we're going to call in your inner child who can dream and imagine big. And I'm hearing, if I were worthy, what would be possible? Open that up. Good. Clearing solar plexus, bring it into its perfection now. So it's really open up through the upper belly and through the middle back. And spirits wanted me to just share with you, as much as we're shifting things energetically, your physical body will have a response as well. The law is energy before form. So you may have a lot of energetic movement that you can't see, feel, or touch. It will catch up in some way, shape, or form. So I will go over the aftercare at the end of this, but do not skip it, because you are receiving a significant amount of energy healing, because there are literally thousands of souls energy here in this moment that are coming in. So this is like, it's like multiplying your energy healing, times 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever it is. Like, that is part of it. And so you can do this on your own and still reap the benefits of this container that we have together, if that makes sense. So let's open up even more energy coming in from crown, from source. Bring that energy right from source down through crown, through the center of the spinal column, down all the way past solar plexus and down to lower belly, sacral chakra. clearing, repairing, aligning sacral chakra. And sacral chakra is about creativity. And you think of it kind of like a womb space, what you want to birth into the world, what you want to create. And so this space is a really sacred, tender space. Whether or not you have a womb or not, it does not matter. You have a sacral chakra. So let's open up front and back, lower back sacrum, right? Sacral chakra, sacrum. So the physicality there. There's this desire of the physicality to come in with this. This is fine. So let's bring that opening, clear, repair, and align sacral chakra, bring it into its perfection. So we're opening up and letting go. The parts of us, oh my gosh, I can't cite the exact study or the research. There was some research done from young children to ask, are you an artist? And all of them said, yes, yes, I'm an artist. When they asked the same question to adults, very small percentage, a very small number said, yes, I'm an artist. And so what's coming in is this artistic sense of play, of wonder, of inner child, just playfulness. When did you lose your sense of play? When did you stop trying to be fun? And there's a sense that maybe in 2024, it was very challenging. There wasn't a lot of space for you to do things just for the fun of it, just to play, just to take out your pencils and your paints, or to move your body, or to make music, or whatever your form of art or artistic creativity or expression they're saying is. So we express ourselves in all sorts of different ways that may not on the surface appear as artistic. And what I'm opening up for is to say, actually, we are all unique beings. We all have our own expression. And so, you might express yourself. I've been making sourdough bread. It's one of my expressions of love and artistry, but it doesn't look like a painting, right? I have a beautiful painting behind me here. It doesn't look like that, but it's still a creative expression. And so there's this sort of voluntarily opening up of, how do I find my way back home? How do I find my way back to my creative energy, my younger self, the part of me that didn't worry about judgment, or if lines were straight, or if I colored perfectly, or if I used the right whatever ingredients, just to be expressed was enough. And so this is obviously, maybe not obviously, this is really resonating back to the throat chakra of our expression, sharing our truth. And so our throat chakra and our sacral chakra are talking right now. They're kind of connecting and saying, let's open this up. Let's open up to this next level of magnitude and manifestation and happily ever after. And just magnificent energy of creativity and color and of light and of lightness and of joy and of ease. So we're pulling all that into sacral chakra now. Phew, it's beautiful. Even more light energy coming straight down from source. There's this softening if you feel it, this tenderness, this unconditional love. It feels a little bit like the Blessed Mother is coming in, this sort of sacred, motherly, rocking, this sort of container of like, the future is yours, no matter your age, no matter anything about who you are, where you were born, whatever family, no matter what. There's this container that you are worthy. You are love. You are pure potential. You are an actual living miracle. Breathe into that. My belly grumbled again. So repeating after me silently or out loud, I am a miracle. I am worthy. I am love. Beautiful. So imagine if that was your filter and everything came through that you brought out into the world. Wow. Imagine that energy. Imagine that potency. Even more light energy is coming straight down through source, from source, right down through crown, past third eye, past throat, past heart, past solar plexus, past sacral, and all the way out between the legs, out through root chakra, base chakra, connecting you down into the ground, down to the earth, rooting you down, opening, releasing, delete, dissolve, transmute, anything that doesn't serve you in root chakra. This is around, as I said, the word grounding. but this is also about safety, security, home, family, some heavy stuff. You can think of the root chakra like the junk drawer in your chakra system. It's got everything in it, all the important stuff, and it's maybe sometimes muddled or maybe sometimes it's tidy, but there's this sort of heaviness that can be there in the root chakra, especially if we're, not manifesting the abundance that we want, or our family is in turmoil, or we're not safe at home, or we don't have a permanent location, or we move a lot. I can speak to all of those things. And so we're open up through root chakra to really release and relax, but also to clear out any stagnation, anything that doesn't serve you at your highest level now. Beautiful. So as you kind of clear out, you might have a sense or a knowing or a visual, or maybe you can hear it. We have all these different intuitive senses that are always on. We all have them in different ways. And so maybe there's a sense that like, whew, now that I've kind of pulled the plug again on my root chakra, letting everything just fully drain out and go that doesn't serve me. Beautiful. Feel that energetic release and feeling it tone as we bring even more light energy down from source all the way through root chakra, clearing, repairing, aligning, and balancing root chakra, allowing you to really connect with your roots, feeling safety, security, financial freedom, growth, the ability to just move, go wherever you want. Beautiful. Clearing out through your entire auric field, releasing and transmuting any cords, tears, anything in your auric field that does not serve you or is not helping you at your highest level. Beautiful. So we're bringing light and energy into your auric field, releasing, pushing out, and releasing all cords that no longer serve you. We're cleaning out from the other side as well. And then we're encapsulating those cords and we're transmuting those immediately and effectively now. Good. As you can hear, I don't talk about cord cutting. I don't sever the cord. I pull it out, release it, and clear it and transmute it. And when I do that, I'm working with Archangel Michael. He's amazing at helping with cord clearing. So just a slight differentiation with languaging, but we're clearing it out of your system now. Good. We're bringing your entire auric field, your entire chakra system, your entire energetic body into its perfection now. We're opening up and to connect with your higher self. So you can say out loud or internally, I call forth my highest self. Connecting with your higher self, like you are imagining watching somebody coming, stepping forward. And imagining, sense, or know this connection with your higher self. How do they look? How do they feel? Is there any information that you require from them right now? You're doing great. The energy is so high right now. You're doing so amazing. And if you're brand new at this, you got to just celebrate yourself. You're doing it. And just imagine if there's any information that you require right now, what is that now? Good. So let's take you forward into 2025. 2025, and I'm going to open up my notebook. I'm going to change the page to page 10, step 3, manifest. If you have a specific intention, go ahead and write it. Otherwise, asking your higher self, what is my intention for 2025? And it could be a couple words. Excuse me, good release. Like I said, my body does little burps or yawns. There's a lot of movement right here. And so part of this release right now that I'm sensing is actually releasing any kind of small-mindedness that you may have brought into 2025. It's like that release and opening up to like, actually my highest potential. What is my highest time and my highest potential for 2025? What does that intention look like? Good. There's a little tightening happening between the shoulder blades, so just let go. Let go of any expectations, let go of any stories, let go of how. It's not your business to know how to do anything. Just open up to your intention. And then let's open up to what are you excited to manifest in 2025? Let's start with personally. So again, you can do this in yourself intuitively. You can connect with your higher self, whatever you're drawn to do, however you want to do this, just flow with it. Follow yourself. You are your own guide. I'm here to hold the container and to take you from A to B. But within the container, it's about trusting yourself. This is part of what I love doing. What I do incredibly well is helping people to open up their intuition, to trust their intuition, to let it guide them. It will never misguide you. I promise you that. There's never been a time where somebody said, I listened to my intuition and then I went astray. It's not happening. It's usually when we don't believe it, when we don't listen to it, we don't follow the nudges, we don't follow these subtle urges that are happening every single day, all day within inside of us. So let's go back. What are you excited to manifest personally? So I'm going to write ahead. I'm going to go with you and write. So let's just keep open up to this energy. Your higher self wants to share with you, your guides, your angels. It could even be we have spirit guides who want to work with us professionally or spiritually or personally. So call it in your highest spirit guide, your highest animal guide, your highest ancestor, angel, whatever it is that you feel drawn to call in to help guide you with filling this out. This is a whole new thing. Listen, we've never done this before. I've done this 9 times, I believe. This is the first. So we're just going with the energy. So any guides that would like to come in or just work directly with your higher self, go ahead and write, what are you excited to manifest in 2025 personally? And I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to start writing. Okay. What are you excited to manifest in 2025 professionally? And then spiritually. Okay. And let's go into the reason why I want to manifest all of this. So, it's one thing to say, I want to manifest $1 million. Okay, why? Why does that matter to you? Do you have a plan for what you want to do with it? I want to manifest a partner. Why do you want to manifest a partner? I want to manifest more joy, more space, more whatever it is. So you're going to do a little bit of back and forth. There's a stink bug that has just joined us. Now it's moved. So the reason why. So you can do it as a general statement, but if you want, if it's easier to do it professionally, so I can, personally, so I can, spiritually, so I can, whichever works best for you. If you want to do generally or each one specifically, and just go through that. And again, you can always pause me if you need more time. Okay, again, you can connect with your higher self if you need some more information or if you feel like you want to just, if there any other, is there anything else? Why do I want to manifest all of this? What do you see, feel, sense, or know? What's coming up for you? And then we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to continue this last bit of on page 12, clear on the bottom. It says, what is my higher self wanting me to know right now? So take a moment, just pause and call in your higher self if they're not already deeply connected and ask, is there any information I require right now? And for me, sometimes I hear words, sometimes I see a visual, sometimes I feel and know it. So just flow wherever you're at. There's no right or wrong, there's no good or bad, just whatever is coming to you right now. And just as just an observation of my own handwriting, when I'm channeling, sometimes my handwriting will change from my typical handwriting to a slightly different version. So let's take a moment and tap into your body. How does it feel right now? What do you feel, sense, or notice? From after the clearing, now we're open up to what you're wanting to manifest. Again, you can scan, or if there's just a knowing where there's energy, just tap in. Scanning from the top of your head all the way down your body. Go as slow or as fast as you like. Notice how you're feeling now and give that a score. So you had the first reflection, number 1, and now after the healing, how are you feeling now? Go ahead and put that there. And before I move on, I want to close up the container. So once you've written your number, just pause. Good. And we give great gratitude for all of your guidance, your higher self, for this space, for each other, for this incredible energy. We give gratitude for clearing, aligning, balancing your entire energetic system. Gratitude for opening up to new possibilities, new outcomes in this year and beyond. The connection with your higher self, with your highest timeline, your highest potential. We give gratitude for all of the guides that came in to work with us today. And we give gratitude for all of the support that is always around us, seen or unseen. We ask that this entire year is fully supported by unconditional love and balance and grace, calling in more joy, more freedom to live your true heart's potential. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale and slowly come all the way back. So again, if you wanted to mark this chart, mark whatever you notice. What shifted? What changed? I'm curious if you could leave it below. What was your number from reflection 1 to reflection 2? I was a 4 and now I'm an 8. I was a 5 and now I'm a 10. I really love to hear these growth shifts, positive changes. Every time I do an energy clearing, which is regularly, I do this live every single month inside of the Mastery and Ascension membership. It's where I channel live energy healings just like this one every single month to a live member audience. We also have another version of it so that you can get all of different replays at a lower rate where it's not live, but it's recorded. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but just know Mastery and Ascension is where I predominantly do this healing work. I also work with folks one-on-one. Okay, so we're going to skip forward to aftercare. The very first thing it says, do not skip this. So I'm going to read it, and I want to make sure that you do not leave this video because you'll be sorry. You'll come back to it and you go, what did she say? Because I needed to hear this. Okay, so I'm going to read it so that we are all on the same plane here. Energy healing can affect people in various ways. The best thing to do after a deep clearing like today is to tune inward to ask your body what it needs to integrate. Like I said, this is very significant energy healing. If you are somebody who's had massage, you know, sometimes with deep massage, you feel really good. And then after you get kind of sore, or like a good workout, you get that soreness. It's not uncommon. So you might feel super energized or you might feel super tired afterwards. Just respect wherever you are and allow the energy to just calibrate, okay? For some of you, you might just tap in right now, like asking your body, how long it's going to take me to fully integrate this energy? It might be a few minutes, a few hours, a few days, a few weeks. You never know. Trust whatever that first number that comes in. So there are ways to integrate. I always recommend you do these. You don't have to do everything, but do as many as you can that feel right for you. So taking a walk outside and focus on grounding yourself. Bare feet on the earth is the best, but it's not always available. Where I live right now, it's freezing cold. And sometimes I will go crazy and I will go outside and flat foot to earth, even though it's freezing cold. Grounding is one of the best things you can do for your body in a lot of ways. So next, drink plenty of water, add a pinch of sea salt, make sure you're getting yourself hydrated. Extra water, I would say. So if you usually drink a little glass of water every day, drink a big glass of water. Okay, so increase your amount of water. Take an Epsom salt bath, always nice. Journal what came up and released as well as what came in. You might have not been prompted for something that just like you wanted to write it down, write it down. A lot of times when I do energy healings, we might have past loved ones who come in, past pets from spirit who come in. You might have met a new spirit guide altogether who came in. You might have experienced something completely different, nothing that I walked you through. You had your own unique experience. So that's possible. I've been doing this for 24 years. I've seen it all. Not at all. I've seen a lot. Eat foods that feel nourishing to you, no judgment. So if you're feeling like, okay, I want to have a green smoothie, good for you. But if you want to have a piece of chocolate cake, good for you too, no matter what. Okay, listen to your body. Take a nap or lay down. That's also a really great way to integrate. Sometimes afterwards, you might feel energized, but like as soon as you lie down, your body goes, oh, I needed a nap. Consider reducing or eliminating. Now, this is maybe a little controversial for some people, eliminating or reducing sugar, alcohol, processed foods, or chemicals in your environment. So I'm not going to get into it here. I'm not going to get up on a soapbox, but I can tell you what, when you're in your highest vibration and alignment, you're going to want to do things that keep you at that highest vibrational alignment. Just like if you have a really good workout, you don't tend to want to have like a big piece of pizza and French fries afterwards because your energy is so vibrant. You're like, I want to keep this going. And then if you have that, you kind of like, I need a nap, right? So listen to your body, but also this is an invitation. Maybe it is something you're already doing because you're doing, dry January or something. But I can tell you from my own experience, when I've cut out these things, it was so much easier, so much faster to get into alignment and to hold that vibration for longer, which means I'm a better me, I'm a better mom, wife, friend, I'm a way better coach, I'm a way better healer if I don't have to do all the heavy lifting to just like get up to neutral to be like, okay. So it's an invitation. Maybe you just do it for a few days or weeks or whatever you want to do. And then give yourself alone time. I know it's not on everybody's list, and maybe in the situation that you live with a lot of people, kids or whatever, give yourself the time you can give yourself. Again, as a reminder, you can take your ashes and scatter them out in a safe place outside or into your garden, down a toilet, or into the trash, wherever you feel called. There's no right or wrong way. I tend to put mine out in my garden. I love to garden, and I feel like when I put them outside into the wind, like it's like that recycling of like life cycle, right? Leaves fall off the tree, they fall into the earth, they then nourish the soil and give more nutrients, and it comes back to life as new plants in the springtime. So I kind of feel like it's part of that cycle of releasing and calling in the new stuff. And at the last page, you'll see to unlock your intuition. So if you're interested in more intuitive strengthening exercises and activities, I have an amazing event called Intuition Week. It's 5 days. It's all the information is here. So there's sessions and practical tools to amplify your intuition. You'll get step-by-step guidance with me to help you tap into your higher self, to help with those manifestations that you're wanting this year. Plus there's surprise bonuses. And right now you can get it for $7. So if you would like to check it out, there is a link here in the workbook. You can also go to emilyarons.com/IW. I might have it linked below this video as well. Check it out. It starts as soon as you join it. So if you're ready to do it now. And the cool thing is that we have the Mastery and Ascension app. So if you have the Mastery and Ascension app already, you will be able to purchase Intuition Week right from your app instead of going to the website. Either way, I just want to say thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure and a privilege to be able to serve you in this way. I know this is not what we planned, but you know what? I think it's amazing, and I had a great time. Your energy is fabulous. It's so open and so wide. So take a moment now, go outside, ground yourself, take some breaths, and have an amazing start of your year. I wish you all the best, all the health, all the healing, all the love, all the joy, all the wealth and abundance. So blessings to you this year. Have a wonderful year ahead. Lots of love. And I hope to connect with you more deeply. Anyway, so I'll put all my social links there. If you don't already follow me on Instagram or Facebook or here on YouTube or LinkedIn, wherever you are, come find me, come say hello. If you enjoyed this experience, please give it some thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. Please share it with a friend. I wasn't anticipating posting it on YouTube, so please share it far and wide because there are people who genuinely need this right now in their life, and it could be a godsend and maybe something that would change somebody's life for good. So share it if you feel called to share it. Thank you so much for being here. Lots of love.